I had just finished my final deployment. 3 tours, 2 medals, countless nights under foreign skies, and all I could think about was the warmth of home. Christmas, the smell of pine, Mom's cookies, Dad's gruff laugh, the familiarity of my old room. That's when the message came. You're not welcome here anymore. I stared at my phone. My father, the man who had taught me to stand tall, to fight, to endure. I typed a single word in reply, "Fine." Then I left the phone on the counter and walked away, pretending it didn't sting. For years I had believed in my family's unspoken rules, the ones that bound us tighter than blood. But some chains break quietly. The first sign came months ago, just subtle enough that I doubted myself. Invitations never arrived. Calls went unanswered. Birthday greetings turned into distant texts, sterile, polite, almost corporate. My father's pride, once my shield, had become my barrier. I remembered the first time I saw the betrayal in its rawest form. It was during my last leave. I'd returned, expecting laughter and stories. Instead, I found them in the living room, huddled together, whispering, avoiding my eyes. And then my father's voice. "You've changed. Maybe you're better off out there." It didn't hurt, not yet. I had trained my body to survive, my mind to anticipate. I had trained my soul to wait. By the second week after the message, the silence had become deafening. But the universe has a way of providing signs, if you're patient. 10 missed calls, 9 from family, 1 from their lawyer. The lawyer didn't beat around the bush. Your inheritance has been frozen. There's a dispute over the estate. I let it sink in. No panic, no betrayal expressed in a scream, just a slow, calculated recognition. I had been dismissed, erased, but I had the tools to respond, the patience to outmaneuver them. I started small. I gathered evidence, property deeds, financial statements, contracts. Every paper, every digital record became a weapon. Then came the emails, the phone recordings, conversations where their words revealed greed and negligence, the kind that under legal scrutiny became self-incrimination. I remembered every Christmas spent watching my father's pride eclipse my mother's joy. Every time my mother smiled through resentment, I took mental notes. Every slight, every snide comment, every overlooked opportunity for reconciliation, I cataloged. By the time I was done, I wasn't just a soldier back from war. I was an architect of quiet revenge. Step by step, I dismantled the fortress of deceit they had built. I didn't confront them directly. I let the law speak, let contracts enforce justice. A week later, the first shock. Property rights transferred, assets inaccessible, bank accounts frozen pending resolution. Every financial move scrutinized. Every legal loophole I had studied was now my hammer. And then the phone rang again. Not the lawyer this time, my father. "Why? Why did you do this?" His voice cracked, a mixture of fear, disbelief, and desperation. I let the silence stretch. "Because I waited," I said finally, voice calm. "I survived your betrayal. I trained for it. And I wasn't just fighting in a war zone, I was fighting here too. And I won." I didn't yell, I didn't cry, I didn't celebrate. I simply hung up. The sound of the line clicking echoed like a gunshot in an empty room. I stood there for a moment, letting the weight of it all settle. Revenge had been served. Precise, deliberate, undeniable. And in that moment, I realized something. The man who had once been my hero was just a man. Flawed, fragile, human. And I had become stronger than any of us had ever imagined. Christmas came, as it always does. I walked past their house without hesitation. The lights twinkled, a memory of warmth I once thought belonged to me. But this time, I didn't need it. I had my own strength, my own peace. My family had made their choice, I had made mine. And I smiled, quietly, to myself. Victory isn't always loud. Sometimes it's in the calm after the storm, in the silence of a message read and a call never returned. I was home. Not for them, for me.